Everybody, we want to welcome you to another edition of Ranch Horse Rhinestones and Rowels. With me, as always, is my friend Heather Young. I'm Sherry Neighbors. Our friend and colleague Pam Minnick, she couldn't be with us today. She is on another assignment. She is at the Windy Rhine in Saginaw, Texas. Doing things a little bit differently today. We tried to do our filming for our Thirsty Thursday last week. Ran into a few no funners, so we were unable to finish that up. So we apologize for that. We will be getting that back to you very soon because it was an excellent drink. So Heather, why don't you tell everybody what we have got going on for them on this Memorial Day Monday?
Yes, thank you to all who have served. We greatly appreciate your service, those who gave all and those who gave some. So we want to thank all of our veterans. And today is Motivational Monday. And with all the rain that we keep getting, it's pretty difficult to stay motivated. You know, over the weekend, we had a couple of days that the sun was out and things were drying up. And, you know, I don't know about you, Sherry, but my spirits were lifting and I was getting motivated. And then today it starts raining again. And we have some major shows coming up and it's really hard to stay motivated. For me, how about you?
Oh, it's been ridiculous. And like you said, we had a couple of days where it was sunny. I got to go up and do a little schooling show over the weekend, and man, I was feeling really good. And then all of a sudden, my arena finally would have been dried enough today to go out and ride today or the next couple of days. And sure enough, we'll get another big shower last night. It's been raining all day today, and just not any fun for me.
Oh, well, and I think it's for everybody. You know, I know it certainly is for me. And you and I, we talk every day, and we decided this morning that we weren't going to complain about the rain anymore because it didn't do any
good. No, we were going to start saying that we love the rain. We love the rain. We need it so badly, thinking that surely it would stop.
I'll tell you, I am enjoying the cool weather, though. You know, it's June almost. Tomorrow's June 1st, and it's like in the 60s here in North Texas. So I absolutely love that. But, you know, moving on, the way I have, you know, and I have two major world shows coming up. I have the AQHA Versatility World, and then I have a week in between that, and then the Paint World. So, you know, I've got to get some motivation, and I've got to motivate my customers and the people who ride with me. And so the things that I do is I'll go and I'll look at videos and whatever moves you, whoever moves you, go YouTube World Champions in the ranch riding and watch those runs, and it will move you if you are truly passionate about this. The other day, I watched a video of an old mare I used to show, and it was a phenomenal run. I mean, absolutely phenomenal, and it got me excited. And that's really the thing that works for me, is to go back and watch videos of myself or of the things that I can do and have done, and or watch videos of past world champions on YouTube and watch their amazing runs, and that'll get me excited and push me to get out and work hard and try to get ready for these shows.
Absolutely. And the thing too, with that, if you've got somebody in your group or somebody that you know that's better than you are, that they're just self-motivated because they've been through it so many times, I guess. But to ride with those, find people that you can ride with that are better than you, because that makes you be better. That makes you want to be better. They make you kind of stand up to say, well, I'm not just out here, you know, to mess around. I want to be better. I'm going to these world shows because I want to win. And it's hard. It's been really hard to stay that motivated with that. But, you know, finding those people to ride with. And Suzanne Payne was talking Thursday when we were trying to have this last week. And she was talking about watching the videos after we watched those world champion runs on AQHA. They always have an interview with the person who won, and watch those interviews, because you'll find that those people are right where we are. I mean, they're in the same place we started. Most of them, they weren't born with a world championship globe in their hand. So it's motivational to listen to that. And right now, that's just about all we can do is watch the videos and people who are better. And like Heather said, watch our own videos. Watch our good ones. Watch the ones that we did well in, so we can see that, man, these are really not so bad. So just trying to get back out.
And when you do ride with people who have accomplished more than you, don't feel inferior. Don't let them intimidate you. Just try to build up to their level. I mean, you are only as good as those that you compete with or ride with or hang out with. So keep that in mind. Just don't let them intimidate you and you think, gosh, I'm never going to be that good. Well, like Sherry just said, they weren't born that way. They worked at it and they worked to get to that level. So it absolutely is great to ride with people and hang out with people and talk to people who are on a higher level, and it will bring you up as well. And you know, like Sharon and I talked about this morning, all we can do is just try to be positive right now. And because complaining hasn't done a bit of good. It certainly has not stopped the rain.
Well, and I've been trying to do a reverse rain dance, and that obviously doesn't look very well either, but it certainly is not working because it will stop when it stops. And we just have to do the best that we can do. Talk to our friends, talk to our people that we show with, talk to people that you wouldn't normally talk to. But, you know, like what Heather was saying about feeling intimidated, most of these people who are on that higher level, they want to help you, and they're not going to let you ride with them unless they want to help you and help you to move you along. So understand that too. You don't have to be inferior to those people. Most everybody wants to help you. So make a call, text me, text Heather, message us. We'll be glad to try to help motivate you. You know, Motivational Monday sometimes requires some alcohol, and since it is Memorial Monday too, I'm just going to say sometimes that's what it takes.
Now don't spill it, Sherry. So normally we do Heather's tips, and I give tips, or people send in questions and I'll answer them, or I'll come up with tips from where I've seen a lot of questions. But today we're going to do things just a little bit different. So last week, Sherry had put on Facebook a really good tip, and it's perfect for this time of year with all the rainfall we've had. And I don't know if you've been in your tack room, or maybe you're taxing your trailer. If you haven't been in there in a few days, weeks, months, you might want to check it out, because it's probably going to look a little green. And the tack is probably molded if you haven't paid attention to it lately. So Sherry had put on Facebook a video on tips on how to clean your tack, your hardware and the leather as well, and remove all that mold in an easy method. And I really liked it, and I really thought it was appropriate for this time with all the rainfall we're having and all the mold that is growing. So we wanted to utilize some of her tips and share those with you. So Sherry, if you would, tell us how to get rid of this mold.
Well, I tell you, I was really surprised at it when I started the video. When I was starting to clean, I had taken and I was told from a World Show a few years ago, I had a head stall that had a beautiful buckle on it. I guess you'd call it hardware. And the girl came up and asked me where I got it from. And of course, it was one of the Saddle House, Adam Schwam's head stalls. And I said, the only problem I have with it, it had a copper rose on it. It was beautiful, but it was starting to turn kind of rusty. And so this girl said, well, I'm a silversmith. She said, just take you some fine steel wool and rub it, and it will take all of the rust off of it, and it will bring it back to looking brand new. So I knew that. So I was cleaning up my head stalls because they looked horrible with all this crappy weather, but we're not complaining. And so I got done with that, and I saw all of my reins that were inside, and they were just covered in mold. And I thought, well, this is fine stuff. Maybe it won't scratch up the leather. So I took a little bit of it and I started rubbing on the leather, and it didn't take nothing. As you can see, that steel wool just rubs off that mold. And these reins have been in an old tack room of ours for about 2 or 3 years. So, I mean, this is years of mold and sweat and grimy stuff that gets on from the horses, and you just rub it. And the more you rub it, that leather comes back to almost new. I don't know. Can you see it, Heather?
You can. You might put it a little bit forward towards the camera. Now put it down a little bit. We can see the pretty part. Now show us the loop part on top that's green. So it started out green on top, and now it looks brand new. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to get it. Just rub it a little bit. And what this is, I've got a 00 steel wool. And when I put this on Facebook, I had some other friends, and like I said, this just happened while I was cleaning, and I thought, well, I want to share that because my God, I never knew it. And so when I posted that, there were some other friends of mine. Our platinum sponsor, Nancy Cloud, had said once you clean it, she said take you some white vinegar. After you clean it, wipe it down with white vinegar, and that will keep the mold from coming back. Another friend of mine, Jackie Parsons, had said if you spray your leather with a clear athlete's foot spray, which might go good in your boots too, but spray that with spray your leather with that, and it will never get mold on there. But if you do have mold, you want to use like a 00 or 000, the finest steel wool that you can use so that it doesn't scratch. And like I say, you can use it on your silver hardware. This was amazing. I couldn't even believe it, how it worked and how easy it was to rub that stuff off and get it to look almost like new. Now, while I was standing out there doing that, last time when I filmed it on Facebook, I had this steel wool and I got to looking down at my legs and I thought, well, I wonder if I can take the mold off my legs. And so I was kind of scratching my legs with it, but it turned out it was just hair on my legs. And I just needed to go in and shave them. But that's what this weather is doing to me. I don't really want to do much of anything, but this is a fabulous tip. Make sure it's a Surefine. I got these on Amazon and they were here the next day, and it's a whole bag of them, and it will clean up your silver. It will clean up your spurs. Just it's crazy how this will work and doesn't take a whole lot of elbow grease.
You know, I never thought about the vinegar or the athlete's foot spray, but it makes perfect sense because it's an antifungal and mold is a type of fungi. So that really does make sense to me now, but I never thought about that.
I would have never guessed it. And when I was getting some of the responses, I thought, well, everybody was saying that's a great idea and you're a genius and blah, 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 blah. And I thought, am I the last one to know about this? Does everybody else know this? Now they're just making fun of me. But it's simple. And I'm sure other people did know about it, but I just wanted to share that on my Facebook. And then we talked about it and thought it would be good, something good to share. You know, get your stuff out of your trailer because I'm sure that's moldy, and it'll work on your saddles too. I mean, I used it on the top of my saddles just to get some of the fine dust out, and it gets in those little cracks. It's really a pretty cool little tool to have.
Hey, and you know, days like today when it's too wet or raining too hard or too much, or you know, these beautiful rainy days, go clean your tack.
Absolutely, nothing else to do.
That'll help keep you motivated. You'll have clean tack and be ready to go. And like Sherry said, it's easy. It doesn't take a lot of elbow grease. And, you know, and I have found when I use leather cleaners, I feel like it doesn't remove that mold. It just kind of covers it up.
Yeah, and it kind of adds more to it. And then that's what I think a lot of my rains have, because I do like to try to take care of my tack. So I will oil it down, and I use that Skidmore's leather cleaner, and it is fabulous stuff. But there was a pair that I had, I guess it was several weeks ago. They were just so nasty, and I couldn't get them cleaned with the leather cleaner. So I just threw them in a bucket of Clorox water. Well, that didn't help either. But I was really surprised that it didn't clean off the mold and the gunk, but it didn't. So I ended up just throwing those rains away. I ruined them. But then I found this, and this was just so easy. I couldn't believe how easy it was.
That's a great tip, Sherry, and I'm definitely going to try that because I have a lot of tack, a lot of bridles and reins, and they definitely need some cleaning right now.
We're all trying to get ready, you know, for the shows, trying to get ready for the World Show, and so now is my time to get everything cleaned up. So that's what I have been doing, and I hope everybody else can get theirs cleaned up and be ready. I mean, whether you're going to a World Show or just going to a regular show, I mean, you know, you want to have clean tack.
That's right. And, you know, it costs a lot of money. So you really do want to take care of it so that it'll have some longevity.
You better believe it.
So we offered a rainy day giveaway, and we had a deadline for those who entered what was to be our May show, but we've extended the date to June 7th. Monday, June 7th is when the videos are due. For those who had gotten in their entries and paid their entries by last Tuesday, I believe. And so anyway, I put all their names in this little jar. They're all on a little piece of paper here. And I want to shake that up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a drawing for those who entered and got their entries in for the rainy day giveaway. And what we have is a folding step stool here, and it pops out and pops into place. And you can use this to hang fans, whatever. You can use it to get on your horse. It's very handy. It folds right up. I just hit myself in the head. You can carry it. It's slim, small, doesn't take up a lot of space. And so we wanted to share this with you guys with the rainy day giveaway for those who got your entries in. And so, like I said, we're going to do a little drawing here, and I'm just going to mix up these numbers a little bit, and we're going to see who our lucky winner is. Number 9. And number 9 is Lindsay Caspatrick. Congratulations,
Lindsay.
Lindsay. I know that you're going to get a lot of use out of this. Like I said, I've used it for hanging fans, tying up extension cords so horses can't chew on them, a number of things. So like I said, it folds right up. It's slim and sleek and doesn't take up a lot of room in your trailer. And my customers use it to help them get on their horse. So it's sturdy enough for that as well. And I know you're going to get a lot of use out of that.
Yeah, congratulations, Lindsay. That's awesome. Because most of us who show, after you put all your stuff on, like your chinks or your chaps, unless you're riding a Shetland pony, it is really hard to get on. So I have to have a stool, and I never can find mine, or else it's in the tack room, and that would be super awesome. So Lindsay, I'll be borrowing that from you when I see you at a show.
Or unless you're spry like Pam.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't climb that much.
That Pam, she's something else.
She can climb in and out of a trailer, through the window of a trailer.
I've seen pictures of that.
I do too. Yeah.
And she didn't even use a stool.
No, she just climbed through where your windows drop down from your trailer, or she had locked herself out of her living quarters, and so she couldn't get into the back of her trailer either, so she had to climb through a window. So just the little drop down window, she climbed through there and then had to climb back out. So she's something else, that Pam Minnick.
I'm telling you. So listen, everybody, go to our website, www.hyvirtualranchhorse.com. Get entered. You have until Sunday, midnight, Central Standard Time, the 6th, June 6th, to get entered. And also the videos will be due on the 7th, June 7th, midnight, Central Standard Time. And we just post them to the Facebook page, just to the feed, put your information, the class you're in, your entry number. If you haven't received an entry number from me, you need to get with me. You're probably missing some information. A few people it's a 2-step process whenever you enter. You click on, it says HY Virtual Ranch Show, enter here, click on that, it'll pull up an entry form. And then after that, you need to pay. And so beneath that HY Virtual Ranch Show, click here to enter. There is a box that says $25 that's defaulted in there. Click on that box, you can hit quantity. So if you're a non-pro rider, let's say you're a novice non-pro rider, you're eligible for a novice non-pro, you're eligible for non-pro, you're eligible for open, and you might even be eligible for the green. So, you can enter as many classes with that one run. Just hit quantity, and it'll populate the amount and pay. So let's try to get those entries in.
Yeah, we need them, and it's really an excellent tool to have. That way, we were talking about watching our videos earlier, so it's video. You can go back and watch it. You can see the progress that you make throughout the whole year. It's just really a good thing to be doing, especially right now. And then we'll still have our June show at the end of June, so that one will still be going on. So just make sure if you get your videos done, do them in advance. That's why we posted all of the patterns for the whole year. Do your videos in advance so this rainy weather doesn't keep you from getting to do your videos. So do more than one a day.
And that's right. If you find a day that you might go somewhere and ride in a covered arena, or your arena dries out enough, go ahead and shoot the May video and the June video. If you're having trouble finding the patterns, just contact me, private message me, call me, text me, whatever, and I'll be happy to help you find them. With the The trail video, or excuse me, the trail pattern is posted for June as well. So that's available. So you can do your May and June video on the same day and knock them both out. And who knows what this weather's going to do, because here in a few weeks, I'm sure we're going to be complaining about the heat.
Not me. I won't be complaining about no rain at all.
We're not going to complain. We're in this non-complaining zone.
No, as long as I can ride, I'm happy.
Well, we really do miss Pam and wish she could have been here with us, but she's busy. She's had a busy Memorial Day weekend at the Wendy Ryan in Saginaw, and I know it's been a great turnout.
Yeah, we're glad that y'all were here, and we can't wait to do another one. We'll get back to our Thirsty Thursday. So we do want to thank you all for watching. Send in some tips. Send in if you want us to talk about something. Send that in, and we will touch on those little deals. If you've got a tip like the rains or something like that, heck, post a video on our page. We don't mind. We would love for everybody to see it. So if you've got tips, options, things that you want us to see, put them on there.
That's what we're about. Everything ranch horse.
Absolutely. We want to thank you for joining us, Heather. That was an excellent job on the motivation. I think everybody needs to be motivated. I know I do. So thank you all for joining us, and we will see you again down the road. Happy trails.
Happy trails.
And